Welcome back to the show. I am your host, Jay. This is the 6T. Let's get into it. I need a slogan. I'm going to need a slogan, yo, because I want you guys to come here and be like, oh, he's about to say it. Boom, boom. But I'm going to figure that out. But anyway, today I just want to go and take a little rant, deep dive into what we would consider like step two. Like, what's stopping you from getting your business off the ground? I'm going to go ahead and just tell you my personal war stories, and hopefully this resonates with somebody. And if it does, awesome. If it doesn't, then I appreciate you watching. So the big thing is that when you're starting your business and whatever you're offering, whether it be a product, digital product, physical product, service, whatever it is that you want to go ahead and get attention that builds trust. So the big thing is that with the YouTube platform, right? You're making videos and you're grabbing people's attention with your message, and that is helping you build trust with consistency. That whole sentence. Trust me, I know that I'm not consistent. You can take a look. You're like, yo, bro, we don't know when your videos are coming out. And people love consistency. I got to work on that. But the big thing is that when you're growing your business and you're understanding, you can take a look at my past videos, is that you're understanding the simple stuff, the easy stuff. I don't know why I just did that, but that's awesome. But you're understanding the simple stuff and the easy stuff that doesn't necessarily scale fast, but it helps you move the needle. Meaning that, hey, how do I get my first 100 customers? Or how do I get my first customer? What does that look like? In this case, cold emails. And then recently, what I've been learning is LinkedIn, because if depending on the product that you're selling, LinkedIn is going to be a way to go ahead and really identify who is a product market fit for you, and how to go ahead and make sure that you're selling and not wasting your time, selling what they need and not wasting both your time. So with this platform is that you get attention, right? So you're able to go ahead and just get attention. So when people research or search you, they can go ahead and say, hey, you know what? I saw Jay. He sent me an email. I did my research and he has a YouTube video. So you're building attention, right? And then you're going to build trust, because on these type of videos, you are showcasing what you can do, and you are letting them know how to do it. So knowledge is free, meaning if you take a look again at most of my videos, I'm telling you how to go ahead and locate, or how to use AI, right? How to find leads, how to scrape those leads, how to go ahead and identify or make sure those emails are valid, how to go ahead and use instantly, which I'm not sponsored by them. I should be, right? Joking. But how to use instantly in order to go ahead and make sure you're setting up your sequence and sending out those cold emails. And then moving forward is that booking those meetings using cal.com, or whatever calendar that you want to go ahead and use. Usually cal.com is for me, that's the best one. I know that people use Calendly and whatnot, but how to be able to book those meetings. And then when you do get those meetings, that's the big things, like, right? When you get those meetings with the potential customer, which you will get, you just have to go ahead and push through the storm. You have to make sure that you're sending out those emails. It's a consistent thing. 1,000 emails, 2,000 emails every day. You're able to go ahead and tweak and do A/B testing, see what works, see what doesn't work. But you're able to go and put in that work and putting that hard work in order to get it done. And then also, finding YouTube channels, like a couple of YouTube channels that I've shared in the past, is that when people are showing you how to do step by step, yes, some of them are long. Yes, you could go ahead and copy the link and take it to Google Gemini and ask them what the video is about, or even take it to Notebook LM, ask them what the video is about, and ask them for a detailed breakdown. You can do that. You should do that. I do that. And then from there, you can actually go into like school.com or circle. I think it's SO or something like that, and join a community. Some of those are free, and then pay attention to what people are saying. And then, if you do have the money to go ahead and join the community, the paid communities, you find more value, because sometimes is that in those paid communities, you have people that could be your potential customer, or people who are giving you great feedback as to, you might go get a job and just be overwhelmed because you said yes to tasks because this was your first job. And people in those communities are able to go and kind of help you with what you need to do and how you need to do it. So I say all that to say this: the big thing about growing a business, the big thing about figuring out what you want to do when you get online is being able to get attention, being able to build trust, being able to find your potential ICP when you have those conversations to find that potential ideal customer. Is that how do you go ahead and nurture that lead? And the best way to do it is to understand how you're talking to your potential ICP. Is that one of the books that I would recommend is that how to talk to anyone. So that way you're not necessarily jumping into the deep end and just doing what I do, what I used to do actually, because it's a mindset shift. Honestly, honestly, it is a mindset shift. When you get your first customer and you're elated and you're excited and you want to tell the whole world, but they're paying you dirt cheap pennies, you are going to think, I'm more valuable than this. My product is more valuable than this. But you're too excited that you got your first customer in whatever and however fashion you did it that you might forget or might not know how to keep the momentum going. So just pushing forward with the emails, making sure you identify what copywriting works, going from there to book a meeting. When you book a meeting, show value, connect with the customer, have them talk 80% of the time, you talk 20. So that way you are displaying that you have listening skills and you're understanding their pain point. And then you can go ahead and address exactly what they need. And then keep educating yourself with people on YouTube and then also communities, but making sure that you understand books to read that it can go ahead and get you over that hump because that's where I'm going. And the only reason I'm like, it's essentially like I'm making this video to talk to myself, to give myself a pep talk. So when I rewatch this video, I'm like, yeah, that is right. It's a mindset shift. I'm telling you right now, I promise you it is a mindset shift. Like when you get your first customer, then you get your second customer. What you want to do is ask them for referrals. It might sound like you're asking them for the world because that's how I felt. I was clutching. I was like, oh my God, you guys paid me for this. And now I'm asking you for another favor. But it's really, you are providing a service, providing a need. And when you provide that service or need, you want to go ahead and have them acknowledge. Like you take an Uber, right? They ask you if the driver is 4 or 5 stars, right? It's the same difference. You just want to go ahead and be proactive and say, you know what, I really appreciate this. Can I use this as a case study? And then, customers are, if you did great work, which I'm sure you do, you will be able to go ahead and get that referral. You'll be able to go ahead and use them as a case study. You'll be able to go ahead and grow your business from 1 to 3 to 10 clients, and then your pricing. We're gonna have to do another show on pricing because, whoo, am I learning a lot? I think I'm learning a lot, and I can go ahead and talk about that when the schedule comes out for the next time I do one of my podcasts, and we can go ahead and talk about that. But the big thing is, how are you identifying with your ICP? How are you talking to them? I usually, like I said, I just do these rants because it's like motivational to rewatch these videos and say, hey, you are doing exactly what you said you were going to do. The mind is shifting. So that means that you know that you have a high value skill and you're not allowing yourself to, I would say, yeah, you're not allowing yourself to be baseline. You're giving yourself the opportunity to draw attention. Like it's not even like I think the big like honestly, I think the real big thing is that getting over the rejection, right? Like just getting over the rejection and just understanding is that is like, bro, you everybody doesn't like you. Not everybody's going to need your product, but you have to put yourself out there. You have to go ahead and be okay with the criticism and the critiques. You have to identify your business yourself. You have to make a staple. You have to make noise so that way people can hear you. And once people hear you and you're able to capture audience, you will build trust. You will get customers. You will be able to go ahead and identify root causes that cause you to be the solution to their pain point. I know I just went on a rant. Like I said, I'm really happy to be growing. Obviously, you want to grow as fast as possible, and you want to be that person that make $90,000 a month. But no, you want to go ahead and understand the basics. And once you understand the basics, you will be on your way to greatness. That's it. Peace.